Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Victoria Calderon, and today I will be showing you how to add a new patient, change their status from active to inactive, as well as search for both active and inactive patients. So when you log into your drchrono dashboard, it's going to default to your schedule, so you'll have to click on the Patients tab, which is located third one from the left. We're going to click on Patient List, and it's going to bring up all of our existing patients that are currently active, and we're going to go ahead and click on Add New Patient. This is going to bring up a bunch of forms, if you will, to fill out. So it's very similar to what your patients are filling out on your iPad device, except it's through your dashboard and you would enter it manually. So you have a bunch of forms that you're able to fill out: important, demographics, primary insurance, other insurance, eligibility, authorization, balance, and documents. So we're going to go ahead and start with important. So we're going to fill out their first name, their last name, their phone number, and if you notice, at the top it gave us a little warning that says that we're missing the date of birth for the patient. This is really just a little reminder, if you will, that maybe there's something that you didn't fill out correctly, just so you're aware that there is some missing information. However, these forms will save even if those things are not filled out. So we'll go ahead and put his cell phone number so that we can send him an SMS text when his appointment is coming up. So it's just a little reminder for those forgetful people. If that is something that would be disturbing to him, he can go ahead and click on Disable All SMS Texts so that he does not get texts like that. We can fill out his email address, his language, what his copay is, his medication history, consent, when his follow-up date is. That's something you could actually fill out after he gets done seeing the doctor. And you can also add a photo of him. This is something that the patient can also do when they're on the iPad device, but you can just go ahead and upload a normal JPEG from your desktop. The great thing about these forms is that you don't necessarily have to save it. It's always a good idea to save it, but it will keep this information in there so that you can move on to the next tab. And this just makes it really easy so that you're not constantly having to refresh. So we'll go ahead and go to demographics. We can put his social security number. We can put his birth. This is just a basic drop-down menu. His gender, his race, his ethnicity, his home address, his emergency contact. So basically all of the necessary information that you would see on a standard form, except it's electronic. We can move on to fill out his insurance. For the insurance portion, it's going to go ahead and bring some pre-populated types of selections for you to choose from. So for example, he's from the California region. You can go ahead and put his insurance ID number, the information of the doctor that may have referred him to you, his other insurance, any type of eligibility information, his authorizations. You can see how much he owes from a previous visit. And you can also upload necessary documents that might be important for this patient. So whether it's the standard HIPAA form or a fax of his required medication from another doctor, things like that. Once you are done, you can go ahead and click on Save. And that's going to create Tom as a new patient. In the corner, you'll see that it says Patient Profile Created. That's just to let you know that the process is complete. So now Tom is an active patient, but should you need to change his status from inactive to active, you're going to go ahead and click on the Important tab, and it's going to have the status field for you to choose from active to inactive. Should he move or should he decide to no longer see you as a doctor, you can go ahead and click on Inactive. You're going to save his demographics. And we're going to go back to the patient list. And if you notice, Tom is no longer on this list. Should you need to find all of your inactive patients, you can go ahead and do a search. But one thing that you should note is that you'll need to click on More Filters, and you'll need to click on Include Inactive Patients. You'll type in his name, and you'll click on Search. And that's going to go ahead and bring up Tom, even though he's an inactive patient. So I have just taught you how to create a new patient by clicking on the Patients tab, switching Tom as an active patient to an inactive patient, and then I've also taught you how to search for him by clicking on the Filters tab and then clicking on that Include Inactive Patients. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, feel free to email support@drchrono.com. Thanks so much.